Okay guys, so I have like a big book haul to show you guys today. I mean, I took the thumbnail picture and I could only show you about a third of the books. I didn't want to try holding everything. So I got some book mail that I'm going to share. I got some books from Little Free Library, tons of books from Book Outlet. Yeah. So at the beginning of the year, one of my goals for the year was to read books within 3 months of buying them. And I was trying to get my physical TBR down. We are now into April and I've realized that I enjoy buying books and I feel like that's a separate hobby from reading books. So I think I'm gonna scratch that goal and just enjoy buying all the books, read them when I want to, and just have fun with this. So that makes me feel a little bit better about all of this. Let's start with the book mail though. I had 3 people send me some really neat stuff in this last month. I guess it's been since my last book haul, so I wanted to show this to you. First thing is I got this like really cool vintage looking postcard. This is from Amy. I keep talking about her YouTube channel and I don't know the last time I received a postcard or sent a postcard, but like this has made me want to send postcards to everybody. So I'm gonna buy some and start sending them to people. If you're interested in a postcard, maybe, I think, is my email address in the description? If you are interested in a postcard in the future, email me. If it's not in the description normally, I'll put it in there this time. Send me your address. I'll make a list and maybe I'll start sending some people some postcards. There will be a variety of themes here. Yeah, so that was really exciting to get. Then I got a book in the mail from Alexandria. She sent me Death in the Clouds. This is an Agatha Christie that I did not own already. And unfortunately, I think she said that she only got partway through it and wasn't enjoying it. So hopefully I enjoy it more, but it's exciting to have another Agatha Christie for my shelf. It will go on my unread shelf there. And then this morning a package arrived and I did know that this was coming and then I forgot about it, which makes it even more exciting. I have been spoiled. So Lisa sent me a lot of things. A care package is what she sent me. And I'll just show you all the things. First of all, we got these soft-baked chocolate chip gluten-free cookies. I have never heard of these. So they're made in the US, so I don't know if we can even get them here in Canada. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm really excited to try these. She sent me a bookmark with a Lemony Snicket quote. It says, "Never trust anyone who has not brought a book with them," which is an awesome quote. And I think this is like, oh yeah, it says on the back here, it's a wood bookmark, so that's really neat. Then she sent me a candle, which I haven't smelt. Ooh, that's nice. It's called Cozy Nights Soy Candle. Then I got some Anne of Green Gables tea. I'm really curious about this because, oh, it's in a nice little wooden box too. I'm probably gonna have to get a scissor to open this. But it is blueberry tea and that sounds really good. I can't smell it through here, but I'm excited about that. And what do you need to put your blueberry tea in? Why, how about a Sherlock Holmes mug? This is really neat. Yeah, I totally was like, I probably should open this on camera, but I got way too excited when it arrived. We were in the middle of homeschooling, so I couldn't just pop in here. This has, I think it's just a bunch of Sherlock quotes. It is a really cool mug. I'm going to be washing this out and using this one real soon. And then, like, this box just kept going. And then she sent me 3 books. So they're all really good ones too. She sent me And Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer, which if you want to sit somewhere for an hour and bawl your eyes out, I would highly recommend this book. She also sent me my favorite book of last year, The Edge of Belonging by Amanda Cox. I love that I can put this on my shelf now. And then she sent me Richard Osman's The Man Who Died Twice. So this is the second book in the, what's the series called? Oh yeah, the Thursday Murder Club mystery series. So I loved all of these books. So that was very sweet of all those people to send me stuff. That just makes my day. I can't believe people like want to actually send me things. That makes me feel very special. Okay, I think I only have Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are the only books that I got from Little Free Libraries. And it is books 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10 from the How to Train Your Dragon series. These were in a Little Free Library close to me, and I kind of felt bad because I only put like 1 or 2 books in, but the thing was just like exploding. There was so many books, and it is unfortunate that I think I do own number 1, but not 2, 3, 4, or 5. But I think you don't need to read these in order, and my kids have liked the ones that they have read, so I thought I would grab these. Worst case scenario, you just add them back into a Little Free Library. So it's A Hero's Guide to Deadly Dragons, How to Ride a Dragon's Storm, How to Break a Dragon's Heart, How to Steal a Dragon's Sword, and How to Seize a Dragon's Jewel. So I couldn't just couldn't leave those there. Now we are on to the Book Outlet books. Like usual, when I share a book haul and I have books from Book Outlet, I will leave my referral link in the description. If you've never ordered before, you'll get, I think it's $5 off your first order, and then I get $5 off my next order. So one thing that I got is a series I've known about, but I was kind of turned off by. There's a hair driving me nuts. Anyway, I thought I heard some people say less than stellar things, so it wasn't a priority for me, and then someone said some good things, so I bought it. And that is Sanderson's, I think it's the Reckoners series? Yes. So I have, maybe I should do it in the right order. Book 1 is Steelheart, Book 2 is Firefight, and then Book 3 is Calamity. A friend recommended these, said he enjoyed them. And then I got them out from the library for Jared, and he cruised through them, and I saw that they were on Book Outlet in the pocketbook size, so I thought I would snag those because they were really cheap, and I will get to them eventually. I just have a few other Sanderson books to get to before I start like another series by him. A book that I shared in my like chatty reading update a couple weeks ago is Friends, A Poem for Every Day of the Year. So I've been reading this since the middle of March when I got it, because it's a poem for every day of the year, and I'm loving this collection. So it kind of has a very, like, it's supposed to be Friends is the theme, I think, but I don't feel like every poem screams Friends, but lots of them do. And I've been tabbing some of the ones that I've been enjoying, and I feel like it's a pretty good selection so far. And then on that same vein, so that one is edited by Jane McMorland Hunter. On that same vein, I got A Poem for Every Day of the Year, edited by Ali Asiri, and there's also A Poem for Every Night of the Year. I have gotten that one from the library before and really enjoyed that one, so I have high hopes for this one. I plan on starting this right away and then reading 2 poems a day here. Okay, and then I got Agatha Christie's The Big Four. I was originally planning on reading this for April because I wanted to solve an Agatha Christie each month, and it has the word big in it, so it would also work for the Buzzwordathon. But I hear that this is actually a collection of a few short stories or something like that. It's not a traditional whodunit, so I'm not going to be doing this one for April. I might still read it in April, but it's not going to be the one I solve. I'm trying to solve The Secret Adversary instead. So that's unfortunate that it worked out that way, but it's okay. I will still read it. This one is Great Expectations. I think this is a graphic novel. Yeah, it's just a short little graphic novel. Honestly, this was like one of the best sellers for $1.99 on Book Outlet, and I needed an extra $1 to get free shipping, so I just tossed it in there. My kids, especially my daughter, really enjoy graphic novels, and I feel like if you can take a classic and make it easy to digest, then eventually if they want to read that classic, they already know the story. Honestly, I should read this because I have tried Great Expectations a few times and haven't made it through. Then for some reason I decided to pick up The Last Year of the War by Susan Meisner, even though I have at least, I think, one of her books on my shelf that I haven't even read yet. But I have enjoyed, I think, the one of hers that I've read before. So I'm assuming this is World War II historical fiction, 1943. Elise is a typical 14-year-old, aware of the war but distanced from its reach. Then her father, a legal U.S. resident for nearly 2 decades, is suddenly arrested on suspicion of being a Nazi sympathizer. Oh, and their family is sent to an internment camp in Texas. That sounds fascinating. I don't know if I even read this description. Maybe I was just like, oh sweet, Susan Meisner, put it in my cart. Then I got another historical fiction, but this one is middle grade. It is The Blackbird Girls. I don't know even why I picked this one up, but I did. So we'll see. I kind of don't remember why, but I'll put it on my TBR. I'll read it eventually. I definitely got out or purchased a number of middle grade books since I purchased most of these in March. And it was middle grade March, so that's where my brain was. I got this one, and this was a cover by. It's Ronan Boyle and the Bridge of Riddles. Oh, the illustrations are by John Hendricks. He did a really good picture book about Christ. Totally forgetting the title, but I highly recommend that picture book. To gentle human readers of this book, from Office of the Deputy Commissioner. You have picked up the personal journals of one Ronan Boyle, the youngest and lowliest recruit to the secret Garda? I don't know how you say that. The Irish police force that handles the misdeeds of numerous magical creatures. Oh, okay. So we're going fantasy, and okay, interesting. Oh, the font is massive, so that should be an easy read. So is there lots of pictures throughout here? Oh, yeah, like every 15 pages or so we've got some illustrations. Some of them are full page. Okay, that one looks interesting. This looks like this might be a book that boys enjoy. Just from that picture. So there's a number of full page illustrations and then some smaller illustrations as well. Okay, then this isn't organized at all. My kids, especially my daughter, really like the Who Was series, or What Was. So I got a few of these. They're like $2 something maybe, plus if there's a sale, they're even cheaper. What Was the Titanic? Who Was Nellie Bly? Who Was Rosa Parks? Who Was Nelson Mandela? Who Was Harriet Tubman? Who Was Anne Frank? And What is Lego? So they're just non-fiction about the topic with a bunch of illustrations. So it's, I think, just a great way for them to learn. And I feel like some kids would really like this format and some wouldn't, but my daughter devours this kind of thing, so it's a great way to educate her. Okay, we'll just keep going with these kind of like middle grade books. I happened to find this one the day my daughter was playing this game. So this is The Oregon Trail, the Wagon Train Trek. This is a choose your own trails, like a choose your own adventure for Oregon Trail. And my daughter had just been playing the game that day. And I think I ended up getting like, not the first book in the series. I didn't realize there was more. But it's even got the classic graphic. That is so awesome. I wonder if people die as easily in here. I don't let my kids really like look through the books too much when they come in. I just like put them aside so I can do my book haul, but I have a feeling this one's going to get read fairly quickly. So you read a little bit and then you get to make a choice. The first one is, if you want to ask a local Oregon Trail guide about a potential sickness ahead, turn to this page. If you want to split up and go to the Santa Fe Trail, turn to this page. And there's just like the cute little graphics throughout. So that's going to be a fun one. Then, oh, this is a middle grade that I heard really good things about. I got it out from the library and then I just purchased it. It's The Length of a String. And this one has to do with, I think it's kind of like dual timeline. Right, this girl wants to know, she wants to find her birth parents. She's adopted, she loves her family and her Jewish community, but she's always wondered where she come from, especially since she's black and almost everyone she knows is white. And then she finds old journals from her grandma from 1941. So yeah, I didn't get to this in March, but plan on reading that one soon. And this one was a cover / title buy. I don't know, I liked it. All the Grays on Green Street. And then I like the, I don't know, this has me intrigued. And then I don't remember what it was. It's set in Soho in 1981. 12-year-old Olympia is an artist. Then everything falls apart. Her dad disappears in the middle of the night, leaving a cryptic note and instructions to destroy it. Her mom's gone to bed and she's not getting up. I don't know. I was just a cover buy. Curious. This one I have heard amazing things about. It is Prairie Lotus by Linda Sue Park. I have a friend that has spent like most of her adult life living in China, and this is kind of like a, she says it's very much like Little House on the Prairie, except the girl is from, she's half Chinese. So it's set in Dakota Territory in 1880, and she has raved about this book. So I'll have to get to this one fairly quickly. And like Linda Sue Park, she always does a really good job with the books that I've read. Now this one was completely 100% a cover buy, and I think there was only one in stock, so I snagged it. It's called The Tunnels Below. And like, look at that cover is just so gorgeous. It says, how do you find your way out of the dark? On her 12th birthday, the last thing Cecilia expected was to find herself lost in a labyrinth of tunnels beneath London. Ooh. Like, did I even read this? I don't know. I just loved that cover. Afraid, alone, but determined, she sets to work on her escape and soon realizes that perhaps there is a reason she and the mysterious marble her sister gave her have ended up so far from home. Oh, that sounds interesting. So I think this is fantasy, to my knowledge. And so I don't know what to expect. Totally just was sucked in by that cover. Okay, this is a book that I'm excited about. It's Newspaper Blackout by Austin Kleon. So this was his first book that he published, I believe. I had been reading his Steal Like an Artist, Keep Going, and there's another one. I always forget like at least one of them. His other books lately, and the library didn't have this one, and I have unrelatedly been doing a lot of Blackout poetry myself. So when I saw this on Book Outlet, I was like, well, I'm gonna snag that one. And I did see that his other books are now on Book Outlet as well. Then this one is The Imaginaries, Little Scraps of Larger Stories by Emily Winfield Martin. She is one of my favorite illustrators. Like, I love her illustrations. And I think these are like, just, yeah, random bits of things. I don't even know. Ask the monkey what he knows. Oh, see, but I just like, I feel inspired looking at her illustrations, even though I can't do anything even remotely similar. I find her work fascinating. So I just got this to look at and wish I had some kind of artistic ability. Oh man, I've been collecting books here for a while. These came in quite a while ago. This is The Wednesday Wars by Gary D. Schmidt. This is one of my favorite middle grade, although I hesitate to say middle grade, is like upper middle grade stories. And it is so good on audio. It's set in the Vietnam War, and our main character's name is Hauling Hood. I just feel so bad for him. It's really good. And then the companion novel is called Okay for Now, and that one is also excellent. Highly recommend those. And then it has another companion novel that came out like last year maybe, and it's not nearly as good. I wouldn't really recommend that one. And then I've got Winterborn Home for Vengeance and Valor. So they had one of the books in paperback and one in hardcover. There's Vengeance and Valor and Mayhem and Mystery. And I bought the paperback, which is this book one then? This is book two probably. I think Mayhem and Mystery comes first. I'm trying to get them like in the same format. So I probably went paperback because it's cheaper and then I could buy more books. This is a story where it's kind of like we follow a bunch of orphans that get brought to this home and mysterious things happened. Also really good on audio. Then I'm so excited I found this one. Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly. So I read this, I think 2 years ago. It is a Cinderella retelling kind of, but it starts where Cinderella stops. We follow one of the stepsisters who has cut off her toes as per the original story and has some regrets on some of her decisions. And this is set in France during the French Revolution of some sort. It doesn't actually say anything here now. It's really cool though. It's like kind of set in, it kind of feels like historical fiction, but it's also a fairy tale. I really enjoyed it. And then I saw Jennifer Donnelly and I want to read more of her works, so I saw this one. Water Fire Saga. This one is deep blue. I don't know anything about it other than, like, I'm assuming it's about mermaids. It says, on the morning of her betrothal, Seraphina's biggest worry should be about her reunion with Prince Mahdi. Instead, she is haunted by strange dreams foretelling the return of an ancient evil, and the city is stormed by assassins. I don't know. I just know that I really liked this one, so I thought I would try more. Then I got The Map of Stories. So this is the third book in the Pages & Co series. I actually DNF'd the second book in March, but I might pick it up again. So we'll see. I got the third book. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. And then this is the last book. This one is gorgeous. So I did a thing. I just keep collecting gorgeous editions of classics that I love. So Anne of Green Gables, I got the Secret Garden edition, this same edition recently, and now I've got the Anne of Green Gables one. So it comes with the whatever thing, this box thing, and then can't even see it very well. Gold foil, beautiful. I haven't even opened it because it came when it was very, very cold outside and I didn't want to break anything. I don't know who this illustrator is. Illustrations by Louisa Irby? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know how to say that. I feel bad when I just butcher people's names. The font is definitely smaller in here than in the Secret Garden. But it's so fun to read some of the favorite classics with illustrations. Let's get a good yeah, I was gonna say just Anne feeling, and this is it. So I'm gonna keep an eye out. It bothers me that they only ever print the first book in these beautiful editions. You could never find the entire Anne series like this, or even some of Ellen Montgomery's other books. It's always Anne of Green Gables. It's always just the first one, but I enjoy it, so I was a sucker and I bought it. So this one's gonna go on my shelves, nicely displayed. Okay, that was a lot of talking for a lot of books, but this was exciting. So thank you to everyone that sent me stuff. I am totally blown away by your guys' kindness. If you guys are interested in a postcard, go into the description. My email address will be in there. Send me your address. And over the next few months, I don't actually have any postcards right now, so it'll be over the next 6 months, over this year, maybe you will get one randomly in the mail. And yeah, I got lots of books to read. Tell me what are there one or two or a few of your favorite books that you have purchased recently, the most gorgeous or just the ones that you're most excited to read. And thanks for being here, guys.